Hey everyone, Gumshoe here. This is my 2-month gastric sleeve post-op update. I am down to 262 pounds, so that is 32 pounds since surgery day, almost 40 pounds total, which is pretty exciting. Another way to kind of conceptualize this is that I'm gone from a 3X down to a 2X. So I think I've still probably got another 20-30 pounds to go to get to a 1X, but that'll be exciting. So I look forward to that over the next couple months. So I lost about 10 pounds in my second month, which I think is pretty normal. I've definitely been able to increase my activity. I can eat really any food at this point, other than I haven't been having garlic, onions, super spicy things, although I've been adding in more spice because I've always really liked spice. I definitely have to eat really slow. That's, I think, never gonna go away. A couple times when I've worked out a lot or just been really hungry and tried to eat quickly, it's like feels like a blockage. Feels kind of gross. And one time last week, I just kind of had to sit there I had only taken a few bites, but I think I just didn't chew them well enough, including some broccoli, and I just kind of had to sit there and wait like 30-40 minutes before I could even eat more. So I was starving, but I self-defeated myself because I couldn't actually eat what I needed to eat because I had taken a couple bites too quickly. That said, I still, to this date since surgery, I have not had any nausea or vomiting. I do feel a lot of times like I need to burp. Because I'm taking the proton pump inhibitor still, I don't think that it's acid. It doesn't feel like acid, but it definitely feels like a pressure. Walking helps a little bit. It's not enjoyable, but it's life. So, but yeah, in terms of my stomach, sorry, it feels strong. I feel strong. Obviously, you know, being at a calorie deficit, I'm a little weaker, maybe a little brain fog, maybe a little more tired than I would be if I was getting the full amount of calories that I needed. But I think that's just to be expected, and if that's the only problem I'm having, then it's really not bad. I talked to a couple other women who had surgery on the same day as me. This was a couple weeks ago, and they were still not able, one of them was still on liquids, one of them couldn't even walk a mile without getting fatigued. And so I want you to know, if you're in that situation, you know, I can't tell you from my experience how you're going to improve, but I can tell you that it doesn't have to be the case. I do think it's difficult when you start going from liquids to purees to solids, because you start getting uncomfortable sensations in your sleeve and you wanna, you know, it's just much easier to drink. But I don't know, just take everything really, really slow. That's what I've been trying to do, and it's been working pretty well for me. Eating slow, introducing new food slowly, but yeah, I can have pretty much any vegetable or fruit, and so that's great. That feels really good. Vitamins, no problem. I have a little bit of flax every day. I'm taking biotin, flax, B12, 2 calciums, and 2 multivitamins every day, because I don't want my hair to fall out. I have a lot of nice red hair here that I don't want to fall out. So far, 2 months out, my hair has not fallen out. It's just normal shedding, and I'm hoping that it won't. But I went to see the surgeon, and he said that's usually between 3 and 6 months. So if I'm gonna start shedding a lot, it's not gonna probably be for another month. So I'm not out of the woods yet on that. I wanted to tell you about activity. I've been starting to lift weights again, which is really exciting because I used to love that. At a certain point of big, when I got to a certain point of big, I felt very self-conscious in the gym. Also, just because of the weight, the way my muscles, the way the way my body felt when I was lifting, I didn't feel like I was having the right posture or angles or enough control. You know, weightlifting requires a lot of focus and control over your movement. So now I feel better. I teach yoga on every week, which I never stopped doing, but I wasn't able to do as much yoga. It's one thing to teach yoga, you know how it's supposed to work, and in the kind of yoga I do, a lot of what you do is you explain to the students, you verbally correct them, and you watch them. If you can't, like if I can't do a headstand or whatever, I can still teach someone else how to do, a shoulder stand or, something like that to the best of their ability. I guess the point of this is that now I can do more yoga, which is exciting to me, and I've been going to more classes. I've got more students coming to my class, so it just all seems like that's kind of going really well, and yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm going to a meditation retreat this weekend, which is all day long yoga from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mostly it's just meditation, so I'm excited about that. I always enjoy that when that comes around. And I feel last year I did it when I was at about 290 pounds, so it's not like I couldn't do it then, but it's when you're sitting for long periods, it can be uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable whether you're heavy or not. So I am taking it a little easy on the weightlifting this week because I don't want to be sore at all for when I have to sit on Saturday. But also skin looseness. Okay, so I'm 2 months out. I've lost almost 40 pounds. Obviously I'm losing weight quickly and my skin's not keeping up, but I don't have loose skin yet. Like I don't have flaps, hanging skin. But like it's weird because like the whole camera's shaking. But I feel like my fat is jigglier, I guess because there's less fat in the same container, so it's jigglier. My whole body is looser. It feels looser. So I'm hoping that the weightlifting will help with that. And then really, I guess it can take up to 6 months for your skin to catch up to the weight that you've lost. So by the time you lose your last pound, when you're at the weight you want to maintain, you still have to wait 6 months or even maybe a year and see if your skin will kind of firm up. I am saving a lot of money, people, okay? I know I said this last time, but I'm actually meeting my budget goals for the month between my paychecks because I'm not spending money on food. I'm going to the grocery store, I'm spending $60 for the week, and I'm not eating out. That's great. So I have bought some clothes, but I'm trying to stick within my budget too. And so that's exciting, That's something where if I can put that money elsewhere, I knew the surgery was going to pay for itself. Because, so like I think I said in the last video, I paid about $3,000 total, I think, after insurance, and that's just going to pay for itself this year alone, for certain. So that's exciting. What have I learned about eating? So when I first had the surgery, up until a few weeks ago, I was very virtuous, okay? I did not test the boundaries. I only ate the most pure healthy foods with no salt, no oil, just plain up, not processed, nothing, no bread, just like 2 eggs, a little thing of refried beans, and some mushrooms, or a little bit of fruit. So I did not push the boundaries at all. I was very, very pure. Then I figured out that, hey, I can actually eat some junk food, and it still tastes good. A cookie still tastes good. I can eat a whole cookie, like one like this from the store. It's probably 250 calories in one cookie. I can eat it. One day I ate 2. So I'm starting to understand, once I'm at a point where I'm going to maintain my weight, it is really going to be up to me to make the right decision every time. So I'm starting to understand how that temptation is going to come into play. I had ice cream. I've had chocolate. I've had these things. And that was my downfall before, was that I would eat very healthy. I really have always enjoyed healthy food. I wouldn't eat fried food. I'll eat a big, beautiful salad with some tofu for dinner. And then I would have some sweets. So for me, I like eating healthy, but then I would also have the sweets. So I can already see, where this is the self-control that I'm going to have forever, because I'll be honest with you. I want to be a size 10 or 12. I don't want to be a 14. I think a 14 is the smallest I've ever been as an adult. I want to know what it's like to be smaller than that. And I want to try to keep that weight off. And it seems even weird because right now I'm still so big. I'm 5'9" and I weigh 262 pounds. I'm a big lady still, so it's weird to even think that I could get there. But, you know, to me, that's the point of this surgery, is I don't want to be overweight, and I want to maintain my weight, not overweight, for long term. And that is absolutely going to mean that these things that I can eat, that I should not eat, I'm going to have to really watch it. You know, now I'm probably 90 pounds above my goal weight, so the amount that I can eat, you know, the calorie input versus output is still a very wide gap. When I get down to maintenance, there's not going to be any gap. So if I'm going to eat ice cream, all of a sudden that's going to be weight that I gain. And I can tell you right now, the cookie goes down easier than the refried beans. Okay? The ice cream goes down easier than an egg. I don't know what it is, but the high fat, high sugar foods, my stomach literally, it doesn't even feel that full, which I'll be honest with you is creepy. Maybe you don't like to hear that, but I can see how self-control is a part of this. So I just think that, you know, you gotta have a strategy where you're not keeping it in the house and you're having maybe a treat once a week. Sounds kind of sad to have a treat only once a week, but realistically, why did I get this surgery if I'm gonna engage in behavior that's gonna defeat it? So, yeah. I feel really good though, so I hope you all feel good too, and that your journeys are going well, and that you are being disciplined and you are meeting your weight loss goals. So I look forward to seeing in another month how much weight I've lost. Hopefully another 10 pounds. That'll be super exciting. And then maybe in another 2 months I'll be down from a 2X to a 1X. I went to a clothing swap on Valentine's Day. I'm a single lady, so I went and met with my friends, and I actually fit in some of the smaller clothes that people were getting rid of. And one person took some of my clothes that I was getting rid of. That was exciting. I was like, I'm gonna go to this place and no one is gonna fit in any of my clothes, and I'm certainly as hell not gonna fit in any of the clothes that they're sharing. But I did, so that was cool. What else did I want to tell you? Yeah, exercise is good. Exercise before surgery is good. I really think that helped me be strong during and after surgery, was that I was trying to do as much exercises and be as fit as I could before surgery. I know some people say they have problems with their knees. You can get in the pool. You can do yoga. You can do yoga that's not hard on your knees. There's always something you can do. I believe that. Because I've even had people in yoga class that, you know, they're in a wheelchair or they can only sit in a chair. And there are still things you can do to make your body strong, regardless of where you're at. So I really encourage you, if you're pre-op, probably no one's watching this at all, but if you're pre-op, try to figure out some exercises that you can do before surgery, because that will help make you strong and make surgery easier and make recovery easier. I believe that. Okay, I think that's probably enough. I will check in with you again in a month, and please like or subscribe. Let me know how your journey is going, and I'm interested to hear from you and connect with you, and I will talk to you again soon.